everyone. My name is Oluwarantimesirere Oyeshiji, the host of this show, Winning with Dyslexia. What do we mean by dyslexia? I think we should start from there before going into what we have. Dyslexia is a learning difficulty characterized by difficulty in processing language in the areas of reading, writing, spelling, numeracy, and comprehension, which is neurologically based. I'm sure when people hear about neurology, you are thinking, brain, is it a mental problem? No, it has nothing to do with mental illness. Dyslexia is not a disease. It is estimated that over 200 million people that we have in Nigeria, 36 million people live with dyslexia. So it is very, very alarming. When we talk about dyslexia, it affects like 1 in 5 people, children and adults. So today, what we bring to us is a message of hope. We have someone in the studio, an icon in the IT industry. He's going to tell us about himself, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this to the end, because I want somebody to be encouraged out there to know that your limitation shouldn't stop you from achieving what you want to achieve in life. So his name is Mr. Dayo Ande. So, Mr. Dayo, you're welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, Mr. Dayo, we'd like you to briefly tell us about yourself and what you do.
My name is Dayo Ande. I'm the MD for Chert Group, and we have 4 companies in Africa, which is Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and Cotonou. And we operate in 7 other countries in Africa.
Okay, what do you do in Chert?
What do we do? We're into IT.
Okay.
We're into sales and service of IT equipment. We're into IoT, and we're into IT security.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Dayo, I'd like you to tell me about at what point did you discover that you have dyslexia?
Oh, at the point that I lost everything, and that was after university. And that was when I knew I had it. And because then I met a friend that gave me a book or a leaflet of Richard Branson, and he told me a brief story about him. So I went online and I saw his documentary, and I could relate that it seems this is what I have that is actually disturbing me.
Wow, and that was after university, you can imagine. So how did you go through life from the early stages, from primary school to secondary school? How did you handle it?
Yeah, to be honest, it was difficult. It was really difficult because no one knew this is happening, as in dyslexia or whatever is going on. My parents, I don't think they're even aware till date. So there was nobody to guide them, to tell them what to do. So everybody just tagged me as Olodo, as in it is not serious, as in. So it was really challenging. It was difficult. I had loads of rejection. I had loads of failures. I had loads of, as in, things not good for children, as in rejection. The rejection was high.
Wow. That's well, I can identify with you anyway. Yeah. You know that we have different types of dyslexia and how we get affected. In my own case, I had problems with my handwriting, and that was why they said I should go and repeat a class, because I couldn't write. And also, sometimes comprehension, I find it difficult sometimes when you say this and I'm interpreting it to mean something else and people really don't understand. So I'd like you to tell me which aspect of dyslexia affected you in a way.
Okay, I think mine was speech, reading, and writing, because initially when I was growing up, I was a stammerer.
Oh.
Yeah, I stammer, and I think that affected the reading and affected the writing. So it affected all my growing up, as in was really challenging, difficult, because what normal kids were doing, as in I wasn't able to do it, as in so growing up, I was behind in every stage. When my mates were going into secondary school, I might still be in primary school. When they're going from JS1 to JS3, I might still be in GS1, and my mates, some of them might be in SS2.
Wow.
Yeah, so the gap going up was kind of big.
I can imagine what, seeing your mates ahead of you.
Yes.
And I can imagine what would be going through your mind then.
A lot went through my mind. I can now, sitting down here, I can reflect when they call you and they say, see where your mates are. See, this is in SS1, you're still in JS1. This one is about entering university, you're still in secondary school. This one has passed out, you're still here. So and I think then the parents really compare you, not parents, the society would compare you with your mates while growing up, and you being behind is really frustrating.
I can imagine the rejection.
Yeah,
the rejection is not, in fact, you can't even, nobody can really comprehend it.
Nobody
because
would understand.
If you've not been through what we are talking about, you can't really understand it. People just say, okay, oh yeah, I know what you're going through. You don't, because you're not wearing my shoes. So I can relate with that. Okay, my next question would be, okay, at what point did you decide that, okay, well, if this is my limitation, you decided that, okay, this is my limitation, then what am I going to do about it? At what point did you decide that I'm going to do something about this, my dyslexia, my situation, and what led to that decision?
Okay, what led to my decision was, one, trying to do things my way, not to do things the normal way, what people call normal. That the way everybody would do things, I had to leave that and to do things in my own way. The second one was the height of failure was too much, that I had to tell myself that something good. Say someone very close to me told me something really got me very, very sad, that when am I going to hear a good news about you? Because from primary school to secondary school to university, it has not been easy, because they use your grade to judge you, and because of you've really failed. The society they neglect you. So you might even ask for something, and because you're not doing well, why do you deserve this? Because who are you to want to have this? Everything we've spent on you, we've not really gotten it back. So it was that point I had to tell myself that I will do things the way I will do it. And that led me into photography. So yeah, it led me into photography. I lost a lot of friends because I can't really relate with them. They can't relate with me because they've really gone far. I'm in primary school, they're in university, so we don't have anything to talk about. Because what they're saying is way ahead of I'm talking about.
Wow, this is quite emotional for me because I can actually relate. I can relate, really. Wow, but we thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
We thank God, when people look at us outside, they don't know where you're coming from. So sometimes they look at you, oh, big girl, big man, big boy. Who would have known that you have sold computer in Computer Village? Who would have known you struggled like that? Nobody would have known if you didn't tell anybody. Who would have known that, okay, at a point you couldn't even write anything? Nobody would have known that. But there's something about dyslexics. We are what's it called? We are tenacious like that. We have guts. We take risk. People that, things that a normal human being, an average person will not take. Because why? We need to stand for what we believe. We need to stand for the truth. We need people to see that we have what it takes to be successful in life. And that is the reason why this program, that's the reason why we are having it, actually, to give hope to somebody out there.
Yes. That's what I'm saying, the story. Because I can remember growing up was difficult because what I do is I can reason. Yeah, I can read, but if you tell me to do something, don't tell me how to do it. I'm gonna do it. But if you tell me to do something and you want me to do it this way, that is where you might get a problem. But if you just want something done, I'm gonna do it. I'm very good with my hands. I'm creative.
Yeah.
I take risk. And I face any challenge because I've really failed excellently growing up.
I love that. You failed excellently.
I've really failed. I failed very well, and so failing is not a big deal to me now. So doing anything and I fail is just part of my success story. So because I've had it over time, even then when I was in school, girlfriends would leave you because of your academic background. Maybe you're still struggling with your GNS and the 400 level. So honestly, it's kind of frustrating.
Wow, I can just imagine. You mentioned something about our academic case in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We do one size fits all, and that is where the problem is. You cannot base somebody's success on your academic performance, on the person's academic performance, because it doesn't work.
Yeah, and that is what I'm gonna say. Education or examination is not a true test of knowledge. Because if you can't tell a snake, an elephant, and a fish to climb the tree.
Of course not.
So you need to segregate and give them the exams based on what their ability, not just you collating everybody together, all the animals together, and they say elephant, lion, bird, fish, start flying. So definitely the bird will fly. The fish can fly. Elephant can fly. But that doesn't mean the fish is useless. Because if you take the fish to the water, it's going to swim and swim very well.
Fantastic.
So if you still have kids, as in I know there are people like me, don't box them into where they're not. If you leave them, I can tell you they will do way better than their teachers.
Definitely.
They will do way better than their parents.
Yes.
But we've been stereotyped, and you want them to do what you want them to do. You don't want them to do what they want to do. Because what they want to do is way bigger than what you're thinking. I think as in what they want to do. Because if you should tell me, I personally, I don't do things. I just don't do things anyhow. I do outstanding things. I try to break barriers. I try to break boundaries. But while I'm thinking or talking about it, it's useless to some people. When I was telling my friends I'm going to open a company in Cameroon, they said, do you speak in French? Do you have any family member there? I said, no. But who said I can't have a company in a French-speaking country? I've got a company in a French-speaking country, and I've got staffs, and I can't speak French. So if I can't read, I can't write, and I'm successful, I can't speak French, and I can still have a French company. So I've really done that, which is a barrier. And I think people say they walk around the box. People say they think around the box, but me, I've thrown away the box.
The box is lost.
The box is lost. I don't want to think around the box or in a box. I want to think. I want to think and do something that is outstanding that my mates won't really do.
That's a good one. What's your motivation? What motivates you?
Okay, what motivates me, to be honest, is negativity, the failures, the you can't do it over time. It won't be successful over time. Wow. I've heard it. I've carried it a lot in life, and I told myself the day someone told me, when will I hear good news about you? That as in I won't come and meet you for money. And I told my parents it got to I could not go and meet anybody for money, but anything that I would do that they would be proud of, I would do it, and I will make money. So I got to a point that I lost everything. There was nothing to do. Nobody was really interested in me again. And I went into photography.
Did you learn photography? How did you?
I did not learn photography anywhere. I learned photography on my own, as in self-learned, as in my editing self-learned. I went online. I bought cameras, I went Oshodi to buy a camera. I was just shooting, taking pictures randomly everywhere. And that was how I started my early life as a photographer.
And photography took you to the presidency, to Aso Rock.
Yeah.
Even people that have PhD and everything, they've not been to Aso Rock. Yeah. So it's not about wow.
When I was into photography, I covered, I think, decent events. I covered events like African Film Academy, AFRIF. I covered the event. I covered Annabelle Leadership Academy. I take events for CBN. I take shoot events for PDP campaign.
Wow.
Yeah, I shoot as in Aso Rock. Yeah, as in during President Good Luck. So I shoot in Aso Rock as well.
And now you're not even doing that anymore.
Yes, I wasn't. I had to stop because while I was doing photography, I was actually hustling IT in Computer Village. I was selling laptops in Computer Village. So selling laptops, selling antivirus, selling cameras, selling rechargeable batteries. So on the street of Adipele in Computer Village. So I started that, and that grew to a level that overtook the IT. So in order not to disappoint my client, I had to leave the IT. So I had to leave the photography. Yes, please.
Okay. And of course, obviously making more money.
Yeah, it's making more money because even in IT, it's giving me the ability to think, because I like to solve a problem.
Okay.
Because where I was living, I had a problem with electricity. The electricity, how can I solve the electricity problem? And I did solar in my house. Solar, I want to put my freezer on the solar. So if I should put the freezer on the solar before I get home from work, the freezer would have drained my battery. So at the end of the day, I would give someone 200 naira to go home and switch off the freezer around 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So, and I was like, there should be a better way for doing this instead of giving someone money to go and switch off the freezer. So I was thinking about home automation, IoT, and all that. That was about 5 years ago. So I came up with a solution that would tell me if there is light at home or not.
Okay.
And came up with another solution to switch off my freezer remotely.
Wow.
Yeah. So instead of now me giving someone money to switch off the freezer, I can switch off my freezer.
So as you're here now, you can control whatever is going on in your house.
As I'm here now, I control my house from anywhere in the world. I control my office from anywhere in the world. I control my gen, and even in my gen, if you switch my gen on, I'm going to get a text on my phone.
Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, sorry, before we go into that, this is maybe because I'm a lady and I'm curious, so that's why I want to ask. So in all this, I know that people go through a lot, and I've seen a lot of people that are not even married up till now just because of that. Okay, so how did you find love? And wait, let me tell you something about this love. Not just an ordinary somebody. This is, if you see her, you know that she's well-bred. You understand? As in, I don't want to. Okay, I think I should allow him to just talk about her. Beautiful.
Okay. Finding love is just a normal way you wanting a nice girl or fine girl. I met her, and we dated for a decent time, for about 8 years.
Wow.
And while dating, when it got to a point that I knew she's been serious with me, I need to tell her my condition. If she's really willing to
go ahead. And
she saw me, she saw my strength, she knew I wasn't lazy. She just knew I'm not lazy, and she was okay. She was okay with it. So it wasn't really easy, but at the end of the day, we are where we are.
So she said yes, she loved you for everything like that, and she's enjoying it today.
She loved me for everything, because she's now like my second mother. Because my mother actually passed a baton to her, because what I was going to my mother for, I was actually going to meet her for the same stuff.
Okay, well, our time is fast spent, but before that, I'll also like to ask you this question. What advice will you give to a dyslexic out there struggling for acceptance?
Okay, what I'm going to tell them is they are different from the general public. Well, the parents should understand them and let them do what they want to do. I tell you that they are way better than those people that will say 1 + 1. Because I actually went to my kids' school one day, and I was talking to the principal that there are some children, they will tell them 3 + 7. They will say 10. But they say 7 + 3. They will say they did not teach us. They can't use their brain. That is why we are different. As in, whenever we want to use our brain, they shut us down. They won't allow us to use that brain, because what they want to know is, I said, spell B-O-Y. That B-O-Y is not what I want to spell, but I want to do another thing. I want to create a moving wood
from the boy.
I'm not even interested in the boy. Because why should I? Why? I want to do things my own way. And I think that has been part of my success story, because it got to a point everybody left me. Go and do what you want to do. So at that point, now what I want to do has taken me here. As in, I've got staffs almost everywhere. As in, I work with companies. As in, we have a company. I have a company in the UK as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So, which has really paid off, because now I'm doing what I want to do, not what people want me to do. And I want to tell my own story. I don't want anybody to say my story. Because at the end of the day, if I still go through that route, there will still be a frame. I'll still be working in a frame. But now I don't have any frame I work anyhow. I'm into agriculture, I'm into cocoa, I'm into palm oil, I'm into IT, I do business. I sell cars, and I have a very bad habit, which is I don't save money. Because anybody that will go to school, they will tell you to save. I don't save, I invest.
You invest.
Yeah, instead of me, I don't like adding. I like multiplying.
It's part of taking risk.
It's part I take, and that is one thing I do, and I know how to do a lot.
It's part of taking risk, investing,
I take risk.
Everything.
I can take risk. I can risk anything because I don't have anything to lose not to do it. Thank
you so much. So, on a final note, what will you tell a parent, teachers, caregivers? What advice will you give them?
What I'm going to tell them is, I think we should start looking at these kids individually, not grouping them together. Identifying them, that this person is good at this, this person is good at this, and set their exams in what they know how to do, not a general examination. And if you leave some kids, they are genius, they are just too good, because what they're thinking at that level might even be bigger than what you're thinking, so you wouldn't really understand what they're saying. So please give them that levity or that grace to express themselves and do whatever they want to do.
Okay. Thank you very, very much for having you on this program. It's a very beautiful one. I'm sure we've learned one or two things. You understand? How do we win with dyslexia? We have an example sitting here telling us how he has won. So I'm encouraging you out there, if you are contemplating suicide, or you are depressive, you are depressed, and you're like, life is not worth living again. I'm telling you today that you can win. You can win. You can win with dyslexia. You can win with any situation. Don't limit yourself. So thank you so much for coming once again.
Thank you.
Until we see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.